Not using any of these gas apps is like throwing money away, and you're smart, which is why you clicked on this video. So let's kick it off with the first gas app so you can start getting rewarded every single time you fill up. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna share a few tips on saving gas that do not involve any apps at all. Okay, to kick us off, I wanna start with a gas app that I have been using the longest, which is over 10 years since my college days. Of course, I'm talking about Gasbuddy. I remember when my friends and I used to go on road trips in college, we would use this and plan out our trips. And the key features are still there and are still pretty awesome. The price comparison tool is one of my favorites. It lets you see all the gas prices in the surrounding area so you don't have to end up overpaying and you know you're getting the best price. And sometimes Gasbuddy even has extra offers and deals if you pay through the app. And I think that's a sweet little perk that really does add up, and all you have to do is just pay through the app. It's pretty easy. And if you drive a lot, like if you're an Uber or Lyft driver, or you do delivery, or you just commute a lot for work, this is really gonna add up. Also, they have a pretty sweet rewards program where you can earn points on gas and you can get cash back. And if you don't know what cash back is, I have a ton of videos where I talk about cash back apps and how they work, so go check those out. Gasbuddy also has a calculator where you can see how much cash back you're gonna earn, so that can be helpful if you are a super duper budgeter. Bonus, they now actually have a credit card where you can qualify for gas back points at big name brands like Home Depot, Petco, and Crocs. Yes, even Crocs. Isn't it crazy that Crocs are cool now? Honestly, I wear mine all the time, so whatever. And if I didn't mention this earlier, they also have live gas maps where if you are unfamiliar with the area, this is gonna be super handy. And my favorite part is it has reviews, so you can read the reviews and you can avoid the super sketchy ones or the gas stations that don't even have bathrooms. You know the ones I'm talking about, when you really have to pee and you stop to get gas and there's no bathroom. Ugh. The worst. Okay, there are a few downsides, which is the prices on the live map may not always be accurate, but overall I would give Gasbuddy a solid 4 out of 5, and I still use it quite often. But there's one that I actually use a little bit more. This next one is unlike any of the other ones on this list because it's not just for earning on gas, it actually allows you to earn extra money on many other things, including restaurants, the convenience stores connected to the gas station, so like AKA on your snacks, and grocery stores. If you already use Upside, great job. You can probably skip to the next chapter or you can get a little refresher. But Upside is one of the most downloaded discount apps on the App Store with over 30 million users. If you don't believe me, you can check out the thousands of positive reviews. Basically, how it works is it helps users like you earn extra money whenever you spend on things like gas, groceries, or restaurants through cash back. And it really focuses on these everyday purchases instead of making you spend extra money, because we're trying to be smart with our money. We're not trying to spend money on useless things. Not only do I first look in Upside every single time I need to get gas, because you can earn an average of 25 cents per gallon every single time you fill up. That is every single time. And if you haven't signed up yet, you can get a bonus extra 25 cents per gallon on your very first gas fill up. The code is in the description. And by the way, you can also earn cash back at 7-Elevens, places like Domino's, Dunkin' Donuts, and literally tens of thousands of restaurants across the country. And you can earn with Upside at over 35,000 gas stations across the US. So Upside is really simple to use. Before you get gas, you just look in the app and then you look up an offer that you want. And for me, if it's convenient, I always go for the one that allows me to earn the most money. And then once you get there, you just pay with the card that you've linked to your account, and it's super secure. And if you have any questions about that, go check out this video. And most of the time with gas, you do not even need to upload a receipt. Upside will know what card you use, and then it'll automatically give you the money into your Upside account, and it usually hits within a few days, and then you can pull out that money into your bank account at any point. I was gonna cover this a little bit later, but Upside has an insane referral program, and this is proof that I'm earning money every single time that someone that I referred is getting gas. These are the real emails that I get. And because I eat out, I get gas, and I get groceries with Upside, I end up earning over $20 a month just from using this app for no reason. Also, a little super tip, if you ever go out to eat with Upside with a group of people, offer to pay and have your friends Venmo you back, and you get even more earnings. And I talk about all these secret Upside tips in this video. If you're comparing Upside with Gasbuddy, like truly Upside is different because you can use it at so many more places, which is why I give it a 5 out of 5 for versatility, how much it earns, and truly how easy it is to use. Maybe you're hungry right now and you don't need to fill up on gas. I also have a bonus for restaurants and groceries in the description. And remember, I have 2 more, but I am covering my favorite ways to save without apps in a little bit. But before we get to that, let's talk about Waze. So you've probably heard of Waze, and you might have even used Waze before, and you just might think that it's only a navigation app, but you would be wrong if you only assume that. Although I really do love that it tells you when you're heading into a speed trap, so thank you all those who contribute to Waze. But to focus it back on gas, you can actually use it to save a ton of gas. So instead of saving you gas like the other apps, Waze focuses on route optimization, which is basically saving you money by reducing the time that you're driving and the mileage that you're driving. Makes sense, right? Driving less gas. I honestly use Waze instead of Google Maps every single time I go on road trips anyway, because I do not want it to be ruined by getting a speeding ticket. And if you want other road trip tips, I do have this video that I made with my top road trip tips, which I have taken a ton of road trips, you guys, so definitely watch that. And also, if you are wanting to take a road trip here in the US and you don't know where to go, check out this video. Anyways, get it? Anyways. Back to Waze, it's here to help you find the best routes with the least traffic, right? Because sitting in traffic also just burns gas. But on top of that, I really also love Waze because it has the most up-to-date gas prices. So now you can avoid traffic jams, construction, police, and know where the best gas prices are. And the reason it's so up-to-date is because it's community driven, and it's the, I think, millions of people who are using Waze that are contributing to it that make it so amazing. But at the same time, that's Waze's downfall, is because it does rely on the community. If there's no one and not enough people contributing, then the information is out of date pretty quickly. So it is super relevant in like more populated areas, but you know, if you're going down the road less traveled, it may not be as helpful. But I'd still give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because it's real time. It doesn't just help you locate the best gas prices, but it really helps you find the best route. Okay, so we're at our last gas app, and then we go on to the non-gas related savings tips, okay? Okay, number 4, Gas Guru. If you haven't heard about it yet, it's actually a gas app owned by Yellow Pages. Do you remember Yellow Pages? If you're, I guess, younger, you might not remember Yellow Pages, but for a lot of us, I do remember the big Yellow Pages book. Don't worry, Yellow Pages is still around. They're at yellowpages.com, which I have literally never been to. But Gas Guru is really great for finding gas prices. And what I like about it is that it actually lets you filter gas stations by price. So if you are super price conscious right now, this app is probably for you because the other ones are more in the general area where you're located. And just like how easy Yellow Pages was to use, it's pretty easy to use, but the downside is it doesn't really have that many other features, but it's still one that I will use and that works when I am trying to find something that is like super cheap. Overall, I would give this one a 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 stars because it does have limited features, but it does work. Okay, now time for my non-app related gas savings tips. The first one is when you're driving, and of course, whenever it's possible, try to keep your speed at around 55 to 65 miles per hour. This is the speed in which your car is actually burning the least gas. And this speed is probably most ideal for the highway and really when you can optimize for fuel efficiency, because obviously you can't drive that fast local a lot of the times. And let's be real, speeding actually doesn't get you there any faster. Like I remember when, you know, someone's like racing past you on the road and then you get to a stoplight and you're literally there at the exact same time.
Nice car.
So speaking of that, avoid accelerating and then decelerating a lot. So if you are in an area where there's a lot of red lights and you're like in a hurry, you acting out and like speeding up and then like slamming on the brakes, like speeding up, slamming on the brakes, that's not helping anyone. You're only wasting gas and wasting your own money, okay? And if you're driving on the highway, dropping from 80 miles per hour and going to around 65 miles per hour, you can actually save around $2 per hour on average. And if you're not in a hurry, why not? Just, you know, enjoy the ride. Put some music on, put the windows down. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that can add up to over $500 in a year. Do you hear me? $500, that's a lot. You can buy so much with $500. Okay, tip number 2 is to make sure that your tires are properly inflated. So if you have the notice on your car that says that your tire pressure is low, do not ignore that. If you ignore that, you're just flushing money down the drain and then maybe setting yourself up for a potential flat tire. And if you don't know where to look, if you open the driver's side door, it always shows you exactly how much pressure needs to be in each tire. That's one of the reasons why I always keep quarters in my car, just in case I need to go fill up air somewhere. And a lot of air pump places now take credit cards, so it's super, super easy. Also, fun fact about tire pressure, in the winter, low tire pressure actually helps you grip onto ice and like colder roads better. But in the summer, underinflated tires actually creates a lot of drag and it actually slows you down. Okay, number 3, which is planning. This can actually help make a really big difference because that way you can avoid the heavy traffic times and you're able to choose effectively the shortest routes and spend less time sitting in traffic. And I talk about traffic a lot because it's literally one of my worst nightmares. I really, really despise sitting in traffic because I swear to God, every single time I am in traffic, I have to pee and there's literally nothing I can do about it. But anyways, sitting in traffic also burns an average of $3.50 per hour just sitting there. So you're like wasting your money and you're wasting your time. No, thank you. Just plan ahead. And if you commute regularly, planning a little bit ahead will save you up to $1,000 a year because yeah, you're not just wasting money and time. All right, that's it everyone. Let me know in the comments which of these apps you have used and don't forget there are upside bonus cashback promos in the description below. And if you wanted to watch any of the videos that I mentioned, they're all linked in the description. All right, have a good one. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.